Dang, bro. See the difference between him saying it and like everybody, y'all know the difference between him saying it and another white boy saying it in games. Like if you don't, if you don't directly use it to try to insult me and my family, I don't care, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Then when you start using it to try to be offensive, that's when it become a problem. But he know what's going on, dog. He ain't no type of goofy. You feel me? You can't let the goofy say it. You feel me? You can't stop him from saying it because he not a goofy. If that makes any sense. Where our controller at? And I flipped it, nigga. Oh, it's right there, right beside me. It's right there, right beside me. Alright. Let's try to get. Let's try to get. Let's try to get it. I'm gonna say. You don't like it? Let's get active. Press it. Let's get active. And I think he mean it too. Like, he really means it. I know what the subs 2K2 videos drop 10 off 15 I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Great win tonight, MP.
I don't even remember this at all. That's okay.
Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
What is that? Who's playing?
What's up, MP?
MP, you're about to go off.
Anthony Edwards. You want to play Anthony Edwards? I forgot who played for him. And he just said it too. Home game.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Ali LaForce will be with us courtside. A moment here to see the numbers for Naz Reid.
Over the past 10 games, his effective field goal percentage has really taken a tumble. In layman's terms, his offense just isn't as well-rounded as it could be right now.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's
Oh man. Challenges and shit.
DiVincenzo in at point guard. And for the Warriors, they've got Stephen Curry. Butler out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's MP, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. These teams have talent up and down the depth chart, Coach. How important is that in assembling a contender?
Well, look, it's even more important, Brian, in the regular season than it is in the playoffs. To get through a long NBA season and get yourself in good playoff position, you're going to need a lot of guys. 12, 13 guys at different points of the year are going to have to be ready to make contributions. Now, obviously, the team with the better starting 5 will have the edge, but depth can be a big factor even in the playoffs.
Yeah, and mid-range Jays are no problem for Curry. Defenders can forget about his confidence from there, too.
Pass to Edwards. Curry with the block. Down low. And Young the bucket on the assist from Butler.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Now here's Randall. His last outing we saw him score 22. Edwards for three. Fires in the triple.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Here's Payton. Here's Young.
Oh, no.
McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Butler with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Curry passes to Butler, and here's MP. Curry surveys. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. McDaniels with the rebound.
That's a
I'm not gonna lie. I said this on PC. Hell yeah.
decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Edwards, the pass to Randall. Offensive board. And that one good.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Podziemski's checked in for Curry. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Conley's checked in for McDaniels. Outside Edwards. From deep. Sinks the tray. Edwards has got 6.
Well, this is something Edwards continues to work on. He knows how dangerous he can be when he's hitting from deep.
Outside for Green. Outside Podziemski. On the wing, Payton. Pass to MP.
No.
Fires it. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
Yeah, well, once things start going in that direction, regaining your composure defensively is not easy to do.
On the wing, Payton. Now here's Podziemski. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
To the paint. Here's Conley. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on MP.
I like seeing...
I'll take that foul. Come on. There's a block right there.
Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Conley against MP. Outside Curry.
Man, shoot the ball, bro.
Releases. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Curry's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Moody in at the 3. That's the Warriors 5. And he lobs it up. Cuts off the pass. Alexander Walker, the pass to Conley. Warriors with the rebound, and this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota. To the middle. Here's Curry. Minnesota with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Conley. The 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
The 3 from Curry. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Conley against Young. The 3 ball. Rebounded by Green.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
On the wing, MP. Hey, expanding his range. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game. Conley looking for an opening. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. Conley's got 7.
Well, this is what Mike Conley provides for you. Elite efficiency at the arc.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And some changes here for the Warriors. Butler's checked in for Kuminga. Payton comes in for Moody. And Podziemski subbed in for Stephen Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Six on the shot clock. Here's Green. Defended by Gobert. Young can't hit.
Well, just inexcusable not to finish that one off, especially since the defense wasn't really a factor there.
Here's Gobert. Oh, ferocious from Gobert.
Well, that's why you feed Gobert near the rim. He makes the most of those easy opportunities.
Randall against Butler. Young. Good, and Butler gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 7. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Edwards. Here's Randall. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Yeah, as a shooter, Randall can be practically automatic. He gets the ball and immediately has a shot cooking.
Pass to Butler. MP, a screen on Randall. Elbow shot on the way. Drained it for 2 points. Butler's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
As poorly as they've shot the ball, they're lucky to be within striking distance.
And give credit to the defense on the other side.
Fellas, what do you say we take a look now at the power rankings?
They the number 1.
A look here now at Minnesota. They're in that number 1 spot for a reason, playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now.
Man, we destroying
That does it for halftime.
They're not even fucking for sure.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
Butler passes to Young. Minnesota with a rebound.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off. Oh, wow. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And as this season starts to unfold, the rookies who have come out of the gates fast, some first-year guys proving they belong in the NBA. You look at MP, what a tremendous start to his rookie campaign. Checking in at second in the race. Lots of time to grab that top spot.
It's obvious why he's ranked second currently. His talent is really impressive.
Well, he deserves to be ranked this high. This guy is one special player.
And no good trying to use the glass.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. Free throw good, Edwards. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Curry passes to MP. Back to Curry from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Curry's got 15 points.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Won't go, and that makes him 5 for 8. Timberwolves trail by 5. DiVincenzo with it. Green picks him up. Pass to Gobert.
That could have been good possession.
Here's Randle. An easy 2 on the layup. Randle's got 4 points in the quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Curry passes to Green. Payton with it. On the wing, Curry. MP, a screen on DiVincenzo. Outside Young. Hey, puts up a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Here's McDaniels, and the layup is good off the glass.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Butler passes to Young. Shot clock at 6. Over Edwards. Young can't hit.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
McDaniels inside, guarded by Payton. Here's DiVincenzo. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Warriors leading. Curry with it, now guarded by McDaniels. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 17 points.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play.
changes here for the Warriors. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler, and MP subbed in for Podziemski. One minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Conley. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, not just a jump shooter. Conley is also adept at finding real estate close to the rim.
MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Moses Moody. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 4. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Shannon, and the three-pointer goes. Shannon's got 5 points in the quarter.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Pass to Curry. Floats one. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Conley. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Edwards. Now McDaniels. Counted from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initially.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Edwards. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
The 3 from Curry. Drills it from deep. Curry's got 23.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Here's Edwards. Oh, he hammers that one down right in the face of MP.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Curry finds some space. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Curry's got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Now Curry. Pass to Young. Outside Payton. And here's Curry. There's the triple. Randall pulls down the board. Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Yes!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
MP, a screen on DiVincenzo. And it's good. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1.
Fuck. Did that say 40 seconds? 40 fucking seconds, bro. I have to get a stop and score. And be up 1, and then we have to get a stop.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that. Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long 2s are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards against Young. Edwards looking for an opening. Outside McDaniels. Clock at 6. Offensive board. Outside Payton. For the win! Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how...
Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here. It's okay, bro.
You win some, you lose some.
Damn. Practice. Just practice. Fuck, bro. Missed the game-winning shot.
It's going in!
God, for my life. I'm stressed. Stressed and depressed. No cap.
Yeah, we got this. Don't worry.
Nice shot, MP. Hey, yo, right there. Hey, yo, right here. Hey, let's go. Hey, get up, yo.
No. Man. Ooh. You got it.
Come on, MP.
Shut the fuck up.
I run this.
How about that? Shut the fuck up.
Come on.
We almost be ready.
Just like that.
Hey, good look, baby. I'm not even bringing a sweat out here. Watch. Oh, yeah. That's all day. That all day. Oh, yeah.
One more.
That's it. That's all he needs.
Let's go.
Come on out here. I can't score on.
Watch out.
There you go. That's all day.
Come on. What are you throwing?
Yes, sir. That's the way.
back up my game.
No more badges. To the 64, so we're gonna do okay. That's necessary. We're gonna do ball handling. That's accuracy. Hopefully not turnovers. Players just play the focus. Okay.
There he goes. Every game is a new day, MP.
I need to make more of my shots, but I can't. I'm fucking around. I really can't lose here.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Minnesota. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And of course, there's the Warriors, 4 games back.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, what an ideal start for them this season. I mean, it takes some teams a while to kind of come together. Not this group. They were ready right from the start.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for Golden State, Draymond Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's MP, and it's Payton in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. And Greg, for games like this, where these two teams just played each other, how different is the approach?
It is different, Kevin. It can almost feel like a continuation of the last game, and one team now maybe has payback on their mind.
Now here's DiVincenzo following the miss by MP. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. The Warriors pull it in. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
And so Young nails them both. Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare. Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Curry with the bucket. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
They get it back.
It used to be a smart play to foul Rudy Gobert because he struggled from the free throw line. This guy's so much better now.
Minnesota shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And the second free throw, good. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen. It is indisputable, not debatable. It's over. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter who's ever lived.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Butler. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And a moment here to check out the stats for MP. His last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And clearly, he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Right, because everyone gets out of rhythm on occasion. It feels harder than it should be, but you've just got to keep working.
Young sets a screen for Curry. Kicks it out to MP. Back to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Young. Shoots it. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Timberwolves passing it around. Randall right side. Over Butler. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
And some changes here for the two. We've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Timberwolves trail by 12, and so in the game for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And this is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007, and somehow, some way, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
Good on the shot. Curry's got 23.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Pass to Reid. Outside Edwards. Right block shot. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got his 4th rebound in this one. Curry gets the screen from Young. Shoots the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Conley, the pass to Reed. No good on the three.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one. MP looking around. Pass to post. Outside Curry. MP with a screen on Edwards. Curry! What else is new?
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Edwards finds Alexander Walker. To the paint. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. Good.
Yeah, Naz Reid knows the angle at which to set a screen, and he's got the mobility to be the guy to finish it.
Curry dishes to Green. Reed against Young. Young sets a screen for Curry. And another three for Golden State.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Shoots over Curry. No good off the back of the rim. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Warriors. Curry gets the screen from Young. It's good. Curry's got 33 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And that concludes the first half. Warriors lead by 15. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Hello, and some real doozies on that list. Which are you looking forward to, Shaq?
I'd rather not say, Ernie. I don't want to make it.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Warriors.
They're efficient.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They've got Gary Payton II. Curry is out there with MP. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5, down low. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin. And you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man. And I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 17-point game. They host the Clippers after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Curry with the 3. Drops in the tray. Curry's got 36.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Edwards takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Look at Curry, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
I think you simply have to admire the way Stephen Curry distributes the basketball. His vision, his court awareness is simply insane.
Randall surveying the D. Pass to Gobert. Over Green. Gobert, no good. Warriors leading by 18. Down low. Here's MP.
A moment here to see the numbers for Randall. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team.
Guys, I don't see how you can't be excited about the future for MP. This guy's got a great head on his shoulders. His first focus is winning, and you don't see that often from a young man this age.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. Gobert with it. Now Green defending. The shot by McDaniels, no good. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Curry kicks to Young. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves trail by 17. Pass to Alexander Walker. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's a smart pass from Jaden McDaniels. Just finds a teammate operating with a little space.
Right side Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Back to Young. He tries for three. Randall grabs the board.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
And Curry has it in the corner. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Curry with the bucket. Curry's got 38 points.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Timberwolves trail by 15. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Here's Young. And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Young. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Conley kicks to Clark. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Warriors. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Inside. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Conley. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's the floater. And it's good on the way in.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
Young dishes to Curry. Lots of room. The shot's good. Curry's got 40 points.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Both teams will make substitutions. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. They said to the team, I know you guys are tired, but let's end this game strong. Let's get the win. Big last stretch here, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Edwards against MP. Pass to Curry. Launches it. Julius Randle with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shoots from 12. The rebound by Young. Warriors leading by 13. Curry on the wing. Off target at the rim. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Count it. Good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Young. Great D that time from Edwards.
Boy, the opportunity was there to convert. He just could not come up with it.
Here's Randle. Keeps it alive. Randle on the follow. Randle's got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Curry on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Butler against Randle. Butler passes to MP. Looking to end his cold spell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
He hits both from the stripe. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
MP passes to Curry. Golden State moving it around. Lock at 6. MP kicks to Curry. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And the Warriors miss again. And here are the Timberwolves. They trail by 7. Edwards passes to McDaniels, fires the 3, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Here's Young. The shot is good off the backboard. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends.
Great win tonight, MP.
Solid effort tonight on both ends.
All right. There was a lot of talk in this locker room at the beginning of the season about winning the NBA Cup and using that run to turn this year into something special. The team you're playing tonight, they don't care about your hopes or your dreams or what any of you are visualizing. We lose this game, we're out of the tournament before it even gets started, and the rest of the league gets the scent of blood. Don't get so lost in the clouds that you trip over what's right in front of your face. You take it one possession at a time, one rotation at a time. Make the pass. Trust your teammates. Trust the work. We are not winning any trophies tonight, gentlemen. Just focus on beating the team that's in front of you.
Yep.
All right? Bring it in. Win on 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3, win! Let's go. Let's go.
They don't even know what's coming for them.
Welcome back to N.
Hey, MP. It's your world. You just live it.
Coming up next, the Warriors. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a special regular... Well, this game has that extra juice tonight. Two NBA Cup group winners going at it.
Yeah, these have been two of the best Cup teams in the West. This should be a fantastic game. A spot in the semifinals is on the line.
And this is, of course, a critical game for MP to come through and help his team stay alive in the battle for the NBA Cup. I'm anticipating the intensity to be a little more ramped up in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can sense that element of urgency. We're going to see players diving for the loose balls, pounding defense, some fast-paced action end to end. All eyes, including mine, will be on how MP rises to the occasion.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Then there's Castle. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Wesley in at the 1. Now here's Curry. An important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Screen by MP. Launches it. Rebounded by Castle.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
Here's Wesley. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Castle, covered by MP. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
MP with it. On the wing, Payton. He's guarded by Vassell. Payton passes to Young. Over Castle. Young misses.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him. BA?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Castle. They know they can count on him for consistent offense with 16 a game. Wesley, the pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Young. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
That one doesn't drop.
Ooh, that's clearly something he's going to have to work on. You have to convert on those easy opportunities around the rim.
Sohan, the pass to Wesley. Here's Castle, covered by MP, to the inside. Wembanyama lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Curry finds MP. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A big group substitution here for San Antonio.
MP, you need a spark.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to McLaughlin. Inside. Outside Johnson. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
So on the floor for the Spurs, Barnes is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Champagnie at the 2 spot. Now here's Barnes. He's got 5. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Outside Curry. Screen by Young. Outside Curry, and he gets it to go.
This is Pete Curry shooting with real confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
And the Warriors making a change here. Butler's checked in. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Curry. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Sohan comes in for McLaughlin. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Johnson. Sohan outside. Wembanyama screen. Here's Champagnie. Here's Sohan. Misses the 3. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Sohan. Ooh, good work on the interior from Butler.
Putting his body to work in the paint. Butler using his athletic skills to get it done.
To the inside with the 7-footer. Barnes, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Outside, Green. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. They get it back. Young. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
San Antonio again can't hit. The Warriors have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Rebounded by Johnson.
He might be getting in his head a little bit, trying to get something going, but he's still scoreless in the quarter.
Here's Sohan. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. You know, they beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Spurs out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Halftime is here, and with the San Antonio Spurs in a neck-and-neck game, lots to talk about.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. All right, fellas. Time to acknowledge the players of the week. In the Eastern Conference, Karl Anthony Towns.
We got to go to the big man, Catman. Meow. Karl Anthony Towns takes this award. 6.
And that'll do it for us.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Devin Vassell, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And let's get an update on Moses Moody's injury. Allie, any news?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. He told me they've diagnosed a hairline fracture of the arm, which they have been able to stabilize. Right in the middle of the schedule, some unfortunate timing for sure. We wish him the best on his recovery. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Butler. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Payton in at the 3. That's the Warriors 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down. Just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Sochan. And RJ, looking back at the in-game flopping penalties introduced last season, how do you think they worked?
Well, I didn't see many that were actually called, but as they say, it's always good to have a rule implemented in case you need it, or so I'm told.
Butler passes to MP. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. San Antonio leading. Here's Wesley. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on MP.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
San Antonio shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright. Few do it better than Curry. The range of his shooting is practically in a league of its own.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
And I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Payton passes to Young. And he hits it to tie the game. Young's got his second basket on the night.
Shooting while in rhythm. MP has a good sense for when to take these quick shots.
Wembanyama against Green. Vassell outside. Wembanyama, screen on Payton. Vassell's shot is good. Vassell's got 14 points.
These coaches have to be telling their team to keep feeding Vassell. Devin has been fantastic tonight.
The kick out, Curry. For the lead. Rebound by San Antonio. Castle's got 5 rebounds in the game. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Green. Here's the break. And there's the rejection. They retain possession. Pass to Curry. Now Payton. Young with it. Clock at 6. The 3 from Curry. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 14.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Over to the wing. Wembanyama against Green. Shoots a fadeaway. The rebound by Payton. Payton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Left side Curry. Lets it go. And Young the bucket on the assist by Curry. And now a 3-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, just making the shot look easy. MP certainly has put some work into his shooting motion.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A big group. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Branham, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Johnson, also Harrison Barnes out there, and it's Bassie in its center, filling out the middle. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Curry. Curry at the rim.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Bassie, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And also, guys, great job hitting their free throws tonight, too. Taking advantage of those freebies makes a huge difference.
So both teams changing it up here. And no luck that time either. The Warriors leading. Young inside. Stolen by Wembanyama. It's stolen by MP. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Wesley. Pass to Castle to take the lead. He buries it from 3.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
Outside Young. On the wing, Payton. He's guarded by Vassell. Gets the 3 ball to go.
This is rapid fire. Back-to-back triples. Momentum swinging wildly.
Here's Wesley. He's covered by Curry. The shot by Wesley, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. 2-point game. Pass to Green. Back to Young. Screen by MP. 5 to shoot. Fires, top of the key. Curry, no good. The Spurs have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sochan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And this is how you execute. Creating any type of separation is huge right now.
Outside Young. Outside Butler. Back to Young. Curry looking it over. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And Allie, thank you for that. Green finds Curry. Outside Butler. Young with it. And here's Curry for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Sochan. Doesn't go that time. Green with the defensive effort. Pass to Young. Payton against Vassell. Here's Sochan. Green with the defensive effort.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's MP. Oh, he missed it! Wesley, the pass to Sochan. Oh, got a piece of it. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. We've got Butler. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Green in at the 5. Pass to Castle. To take the lead, and he connects with a jumper.
And good to see Castle capitalizing from the mid-range. He knows he needs to keep hitting these shots.
Curry passes to Butler. Outside Curry. And it goes straight through with a swish. Curry's got 21.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over Green. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
MP finds Curry. Takes it inside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Curry's gotten 4 this quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. To the middle. Here's Castle, and that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Curry passes to MP. Here's Payton. The kick out to Young. The 3 from Curry. Oh, Curry! A sick triple!
There is no moment that is too big for Steph Curry.
For San Antonio, they've got their first 3 shots to drop in overtime. Wembanyama up top, Green covering. Lets it go from 14. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 1, and we're going to have a jump ball. Pass to Wesley. Down low. The 6-footer. Rebounded by Green. Outside Curry. Oh, he buried the 3.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Pass to Wembanyama. Sohan with the ball. Butler covering.
And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a 1-possession game.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And that's an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Huge shot for young MP.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
The whole arena knows they need a 3 to force another overtime.
To the paint. And stolen by Green. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game up.
So it's San Antonio now. And he commits the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Vassell outside. The 3. And that bucket's good. And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. And now they'll move on in the NBA Cup tournament to the West semifinals.
They've got their sights set on winning that cup this year. So far, so good. They just have to keep playing at a high level.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying...
win tonight, MP.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual. Fans we've seen yet. Make sure you just
let's keep this winning streak going.
The world-famous Las Vegas sign on the south side of the Strip. And over these past weeks, the excitement has been building for the NBA Cup. I mean, it's palpable. Now, here we are in the West semifinals, the final step before the championship game.
Yeah, there's a lot more on the line here than your regular season contest. A win here tonight for one of these teams means a ticket to the championship. And while this game tonight will count as a regular season win or loss, the championship, that's an entirely unique game outside the regular season schedule.
The bright lights of the NBA Cup semifinals. So much pressure. And guess what? MP thrives in the spotlight. Guys, he loves it.
Yeah, and talking to MP before the game, you could tell he was ecstatic. The entire NBA is watching this one. MP has a huge chance to prove himself. I expect him to have a big game.
Now Golden State's starting five. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. Stephen Curry's out there with Young. And it's Payton in at the small forward. Edwards can't hit.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Now Payton, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Really like what Edwards did there, assertive in the two-man game.
Young, a screen on Conley. Here's Curry with the 3, and rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. No good with the triple. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time.
Right side Curry. Back to MP. Cans the shot from the wing.
MP doing a nice job with the quick catch and shoot, not wanting to waste those touches.
Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Shoots over Curry. Conley's shot is off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Curry kicks to Payton. Green with a screen on McDaniels. Randall against Curry. Here's Young. Shot clock at 5. Minnesota with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, Kevin. The news is out of Clipper Nation, still early in the season, and the front office already busy. They're bringing in Jimmy Butler, and with him, his multiple All-Star and All-NBA experience. Butler knows he can be a difference maker and feels that wherever he goes has a championship potential, and they believe this acquisition is a major upgrade on both ends of the floor.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last game against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He ended up with 8 points, and it was impressive how many times he was able to get himself to the foul line and capitalize. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against it.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
Here's MP after the basket by Minnesota. Curry passes to MP. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Randall against Jones. McDaniels gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got 5 points so far. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young dishes to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Young. And Stephen Curry gets the 3.
This is how competitive Curry is. He's got a great competitive spirit. You drain a 3 on him, guess what? He's looking to come right back at you.
Conley surveying the D. Here's Randall. Off with the layup. At the end of the first, Clark in a close game so far. And we'll get the second quarter underway. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Edwards. Over to the left wing. Back to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall down low. Kuminga on him. Randall with the bucket.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
We've got Conley. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Timberwolves leading by 6. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Randall finds McDaniel. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
Back to Curry. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young sets a screen for Curry. A three-pointer off the mark. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Gobert. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans.
Look, guys, anything can happen in a game like this, and we've already seen this kind of hype. You know, we know what it brings. I wouldn't go so far.
All right, and now one of the more highly anticipated topics. Some news about trades to discuss.
He's a player with toughness who expects the same from his teammates. Jimmy Butler brings with him a powerful presence. He can change your culture, but the guys around him will have to be ready to work, or this could go sideways.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We are just one half away from finding out who will be headed to the championship game of the NBA Cup. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. MP out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Payton in at the 3 slot. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Conley, the pass to Gobert. McDaniels against Payton. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Young sets a screen for Curry. For the lead. And another 3 for Golden State.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Randall from outside. He's off on that one.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Outside for Curry. On the wing, Green. And rebounded by McDaniels.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Look, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Curry against Conley. Outside Edwards. 1:56 left to play in the third. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Edwards got 17 now.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Here's Curry with the three. Curry from three.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Randle outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's McDaniels. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Curry. Fires it up. And it falls over the rim and in. Curry's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. The Warriors. Both teams making substitutions here.
Be up on them.
Back to MP. Misses the wing J.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. McDaniels is out there with Randle, and it's Gobert in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And the Warriors miss again. Timberwolves trail by 10. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Curry on the wing. MP sets the screen for Curry. Back to Young. Over Conley. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Curry. 8 points for MP.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Edwards against Curry. Edwards kicks to Randle. That one drops for him.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randle's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Outside Curry. Payton outside. From outside the arc, and the three ball is good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Edwards getting the close range too.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Curry fires from way outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Edwards trying to get open as Randle. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Edwards.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Outside Curry. Young looking it over. Curry gets the screen from Young. Curry passes to Kuminga. Just 5 on the clock. Here's MP. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's McDaniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's a lot of size and length on the drive. McDaniels forcing the defense into a tough spot.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Kuminga bounce pass, and he commits the intentional foul. MP finds Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. And now we've got the intentional foul. And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team. And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
To the middle. Here's Edwards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on MP.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 5.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. .29 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Edwards from the arc. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Here's Edwards. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
When they foul intentionally, that's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. So it's the Timberwolves now.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Handle no good. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Edwards kicks to Conley. It's good from beyond the arc. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. And this sends them straight to the NBA Cup Tournament Finals. A huge honor and a great opportunity for this team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they knew what was on the line tonight, and I think they played with postseason intensity to punch their ticket.
You earned that one.
Good job, MP. I see. Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it.
Look out there, MP. Objects in motion, stay in motion.
What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello and welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. Well, thinking back to last year, the first ever NBA Cup, the Lakers beating the Pacers in the final 123-109. And LeBron James was named MVP of the tournament.
And Anthony Davis went off in the final, 41-20 for the Pacers. Yes, they lost that championship game, but the experience was huge for them. And I think really helped them with a deep playoff run.
And how about this run to the NBA Cup Championship for MP? On the start, he's made a point to tell us he wants the cup.
And his play has been incredible. MP's led this team. It's been about more than what he's done on the floor. He's also led by example. And tonight for MP, it's all about enjoying the moment, playing to your potential, and hoisting that trophy.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Here's Brown after the Warriors pick up 3. Left side, Tatum. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
On the wing, Payton. Payton gets the screen from Young. Payton passes to Young. A rebound by the Celtics.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now here's Green following the miss by Porzingis. MP with a screen on Holiday. And the basket by Curry.
Curry with such a smooth three-point shot. Are there better mechanics in the league?
Now here is Holiday. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And here's Tatum for 3. It's rebounded by Payton. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Young outside. Holiday against Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Shoots, and it's Golden State with another.
It's not talked about a lot, but Steph is fast, so whether he's firing or passing, the defense is pretty much on their heels, especially in the screen and roll.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Timberwolves delivered in a big way. He had 9 points and a couple of boards as well. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
Now Brown following the three-point attempt by MP. Tatum against Green. 5 to shoot. Green with the block.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is, and great timing on the rejection.
And taken away by Brown. To the inside. Here's Holiday. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
So both teams making some changes here. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. Simmons, a screen on Brown. Here's Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. And the Warriors miss again. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Brown. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Here's Pritchard. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland. Pass to Brown. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. This is the second annual NBA Cup Championship game. It's the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the court for the Celtics, Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. And it's Cornet in at the center. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Now here's Simmons. Nothing on the board. Hield can't hit.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Sometimes the off.
New group in for the Celtics. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. White looking around. Outside Tatum. The three is drilled by Tatum.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Here's Young. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
And here's Holiday. Yep, that one goes in there. Holiday's got the lead back up to 7 now for Boston.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
And as expected, Greg, a tight start to this NBA Cup championship game.
And these have been the best two teams in this Cup competition, and really not much separates them thus far, but you just know a run's coming.
Clock at 4. From 20 feet out, and he can't bank that one in. Warriors trail by 7. Curry on the wing. Shoots over Brown. Curry's shot is off.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Tatum gets the bucket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's MP. Porzingis with the block.
And Porzingis showing some of those signs from early on in his career where he was a great shot blocker.
Here's Holiday. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Curry with it. Out guarded by Porzingis, and they're able to recover. Porzingis with the steal. Holiday against Green. That's to Porzingis. Now Tatum. Over Jones. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
I can say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. And that is it for halftime.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. And coming up here on 2K Sports, the second half of the NBA Cup Championship. It's one you will not want to miss. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. MP out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Payton in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Over in the corner, White. Brown deciding where to go with it. Over Payton. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Brown's got his second basket of the night. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Jason Tatum.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Young, a screen on Holiday. Back to Young. Wants to get it to Brown and does. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside, White. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Curry can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 10. It's White on the wing. For the three, it doesn't go for him. Young inside. White covering. MP kicks to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Young. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 7 points.
That's a high percentage shot from Steph Curry. Just put that on repeat.
Brown outside. Outside Holiday. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Curry. Young, a screen on Holiday. On its way from Curry for 2. Curry with another miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And it's Brown missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Kuminga dishes to Young. Golden State moving it around. Curry passes to Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Curry.
How many times have we seen this? You give Curry an inch, and that ball's gone.
Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Up top, Brown. Pass to Holiday. From downtown. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Back to Curry. 1:12 left to play in the third. Here's Young. That misses off the backboard. Celtics leading by 5. Here's White. Trains it from beyond the arc. White's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And sharing the ball has always been a strength for Holiday.
To the paint. Here's MP. Rebounded by the Celtics.
I'm doing stupid shit. Shooting bad shots, man.
Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Some changes for Golden State. Jones checked in for MP. Warriors with some changes. Curry comes in for Jones. Young is subbed in for Simmons. And the Celtics also making a change. White's checked in. Well, big discrepancy on the scoreboard at this point, but there is some time left.
Well, partner, it's going to take quite a run to turn things around at this point. At the end of this quarter, one of these teams is going to hoist that NBA Cup.
On the floor for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. And the shot goes in.
What else can we say about Steph Curry? Simply one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Holiday. Back to White. And here's Tatum for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Tatum's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And trying more and more to utilize the 3-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his 2nd 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Now here's Curry. Puts up a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The kick out to Brown. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. Didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
Warriors trail by 16. MP outside. Right side, Kuminga.
I hit the wrong fucking button.
Stolen by Holiday. Outside, Tatum. Curry against Holiday. Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
MP sets the screen for Payton. Looking to get it going. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on White.
We should see MP here a lot with how physical he plays the game.
And both free throws good for MP. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And that one, good. And that's now 7 points for Jarrett White.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
Green passes to Young. And here is Curry. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Different look here for the Warriors. Simmons checked in for Draymond Green. Jones comes in for Kuminga. Knox, he's checked in for Payton. And Hield subbed in for Curry. Hield kicks to MP. Here's Knox. Knox gets a screen from Young. Hits it from 3-point range. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pritchard, covered by MP. And they pick up 2. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Pritchard. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Banked in off the glass.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And they've done it. What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle.
Won most of the cup games, lost the championship. That's bogus as fuck.
Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Some nights, the shots don't fall.
Man, that's so bogus. It's good though. The fuck with y'all tomorrow, man? What the fuck? Shade?